Storm Ciaran is on its way. It's going to bring some very wet and very, very windy weather later this week. This morning, we've issued amber wind warnings across parts of the south, and we'll look at those in just a moment. This weather system is arriving, though, in the shorter term. That isn't the storm, but it will still bring a spell of wet and windy weather during Tuesday and Wednesday. Here is the storm really just forming over the past 24 hours. Not much to look at this stage, but as we run through the next 24 to 36 hours, it really will start to intensify, particularly as we get through the early hours of Wednesday morning. The isobars start popping out of it. It turns into a pretty powerful storm and then heads its way up across parts of the UK during Wednesday night and into Thursday. It's going to bring some very strong winds and some heavy rain. Hasn't yet fully formed, so still a bit of uncertainty. It could be 100 kilometres further north or further south. So the exact intensity of the winds will be firming up on over the next couple of days, but we are concerned about the strength of the wind, particularly across southern England and parts of South Wales as that storm system moves in, and as well as the strong winds, it will be bringing more rain falling onto saturated ground, likely to cause further flooding issues. But let's deal with the winds first of all. As the storm system approaches the southwest, the winds really start to pick up on Wednesday evening across the southwest and spreading right along the south coast. But it's really during Thursday, early hours of Thursday morning, as the storm itself heads across parts of southern England, South Wales. As I say, it could be a little further north, could be a little further south, but it's on this southwestern quarter of the storm that we'll see the strongest winds. Parts of southwest Wales and southwest England especially, and particularly across the Channel Isles too, and then extending as the storm moves its way a little further north, the strongest winds transferring along the south coast towards the southeast of England. And by Thursday afternoon, the winds actually in the southwest and South Wales should be starting to ease. So let's take a look at the wind warnings we have in place. Amber warnings issued on Tuesday morning, particularly between dawn and lunchtime in southwest England and southwest Wales. Gusts of 70 to 80 miles an hour, possibly a little more than that in really exposed areas. We also have a broader yellow warning area where gusts of 50 to 60 miles an hour are likely, but again, could be more than that on coasts and on hills. And then the strong winds, as we've seen, will be moving along the south coast. That amber warning in place here throughout Thursday. There is a bit of uncertainty about the exact track, so again, stay tuned for more updates because we'll continue to look at these weather warnings. But either way, we are expecting problems with flying debris, the potential for damaging gusts of wind, so problems with buildings, potential trees coming down as well, all likely to cause transport issues, and large waves will be an extra hazard along the coast also. As well as the strong winds, this storm system will be bringing rain falling onto saturated ground, so we have a number of Met Office yellow rain warnings in place. Please check out our website and our app for full details of the weather warnings to see if you will be affected. And while you're on our website, why not check out the latest you can do to prepare your house and your livelihood for this incoming storm system. Lots of advice there about how to prepare for winter weather in general and autumn storms. Even before Storm Ciaran arrives, more wet weather coming into the southwest on Tuesday evening. Ahead of that, though, the heavy rain we saw overnight is easing across Northern Ireland, just a few showers here and across parts of Northern England and East Anglia. Much of Scotland having a fine day, but it is on the chilly side despite some sunny spells. A few showers coming into the far north. Single digits here. In the south, bit of brightness, could see 14 or 15 degrees, but any brightness disappearing in the southwest as this wet and windy weather comes in. That's significant of heading out this evening for Halloween, not just southwest England, but spreading into South Wales, more central parts of southern England during the evening as well, getting into the southeast and across Northern Ireland where it has been so very wet. More rain here tonight means we have another Met Office yellow warning in place, the potential for further disruption and flooding, with heavy showers following on behind. Quite a mild night with all the wind and the rain, but northern Scotland, perhaps not quite as cold as last night, but still not far off freezing in some locations. As we go through tomorrow, it'll be a much wetter day across Scotland, so the rain arrives here overnight and then spreads slowly northwards during the course of the day. Then there'll be some heavy showers, particularly in the southeast in the morning. That could make a lot of spray and surface water for the morning rush hour. Then it brightens up, we'll see some sunshine, and then we'll see a lot of showers developing through the course of the afternoon. They'll tend to zip through because it will be turning increasingly windy, but there'll be some sunny spells during Wednesday afternoon, during which time temperatures may well creep into the teens. Technically a milder day across Scotland, 10 or 11 degrees, but it won't feel any milder because it's going to be wet and windy. And then speaking of wet and windy weather, here is the first real signs of Storm Ciaran coming in on Wednesday evening, spreading its way steadily northwards, and the wind's really picking up as we've already seen. Please, as I say, do keep up to date with the very latest. Best way to do that is to follow us on social media, and if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do that. Check out our website, as I say, for the details of those warnings and advice on how to help you prepare.